Coming up on this episode of The Village Idiom.
Someone was killed with a starter pistol. Police think it might be race-related.
Village Idiom.
Hello.
In 3, 2.
And welcome.
Gotta wait for the countdown.
Sorry.
You came in too early.
Goofed
In
it up.
3, 2.
Was I supposed to go on the 1?
Now you're late.
Hello and welcome to The Village Idiom.
We are a podcast that every single week we choose a popular saying, take an admittedly shallow, hopefully comedic, once in a while interesting, and for lucky educational dive into its meaning, its usage, its origins, but mostly we're going to use it to hang our otherwise directionless conversation on. My name is not Skinny, his is.
And this is Jurassic Mark's podcast. I like that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Might catch on.
It might catch on. So every once in a while, the timing was off.
Yeah, it was like
Like
in
you were
3,
trying
in
to
2.
but I kept going early.
He did.
Yeah.
It's a genuine problem.
Yeah.
Which works well because, of course, today
We're jumping the gun.
we're jumping again.
Jumping the gun. Okay, so this will get us off late.
Wait a minute.
Happy November 9th, everyone.
Oh, I got one of those.
November 9th. Our sponsors of What the Fanta, they just got, this drink is so not good that they're just like, we've got cases of this stuff we're trying to move now. And so our sponsors are like,
Especially when it's Halloween themed and now it's
November 9th.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just not good.
But I like it.
I know you like
I
it.
think everybody else
I don't
is
think
crazy.
I don't think it's too bad. I know it's November 9th, but we just have so much of it.
How do you not like blood orange flavored?
Okay, so I think I have an update.
Oh.
Think about this.
I never followed up with that.
Blood orange and black currant.
Interesting.
I thought that might fry your brain. I've been waiting to tell you. So
Did you actually look it up to confirm?
It's still not confirmed.
What? I thought they were going to do it on Halloween. Or have you not checked since?
I haven't checked for a while. So maybe it is.
That's not bad because the
black
drink
currant
is clearly black, but the flavor and the hints they give are
Right.
blood orange.
So yeah, so there's the
There might have
citrus. I
been
think
more.
the citrus
There
from
might
the
have been
blood
more
orange.
hints.
But black currant. So the other thing would be blackberry. But I don't think it tastes like blackberry, which makes
No.
me think it's black currant.
What if it's just black blood orange?
I don't know. What has black blood?
There's probably something.
That has black blood?
I'm going to drink one of these since they're just giving them away now.
Just pouring them in. You can use it for all sorts of things. You can clean engine parts, windows.
I'm cleaning my engine parts right now.
Well, jumping the gun.
Jumping the gun.
I came across when I was looking up this whole idea of jump the gun that there are rules in street racing
Okay.
that I thought there was a couple that jumped out at me. Fascinating. I'm thinking street racing, it's an illegal thing. There's probably kind of just general lawlessness and whatever, but
There has to be some sort of
there were some rules, and there was two that I thought were interesting. Okay, so talking about jumping the gun. If you chase, it's a race. So
A chase, it's a race.
So it's like the 3, 2, 1, flags down or whatever marker, or some guy in a wife beater shirt down, whatever indicates the beginning of the race, shining his Zippo lighter at you or his flashlight from his survival army kit. I'm just trying to think of stereotype
Okay,
things.
got
here.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That signal go. If the person jumps the gun.
So you're just assuming that's...
So if it's like before the flash, he jumps.
Yeah, so we should
Or
say...
she.
So jump the gun means to go
she.
before you should,
Or she jumps, whatever.
by definition,
Somebody's jumping.
in its usage.
And so the indication of the race happens, but before that, someone jumps off the line. If you chase, it's a race.
Okay.
Yeah, so if it's like that wasn't a legal start and you don't, then they could lose. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yes. And then so it's like they could lose. Well, how does that work? And then there's this other rule.
So it could pay to jump the gun.
So if you jump the gun and they chase you, then
Yeah.
it's a race.
How far do they have to chase you? Do they just cross the line, or if it's they
No, if they
like? Do you have to bend your elbows? And,
like if it crosses the first baseline?
yeah.
Yeah, no. So this other one. So if both drivers commit a foul, okay, of some sort,
Foul.
the one who commits it first loses the race.
What are the fouls?
Okay, so it's called the first or worst rule. Okay. So, but if the other driver also commits a foul and it's worse,
And it's worse.
then they lose.
What are fouls in street racing?
So, jumping the gun,
Hitting a pedestrian.
But if terrible. Why am I laughing at
if they hit the other driver hits an innocent baby,
right?
That's worse.
That's worse. No, so there's this whole thing on having to declare what's in your car. So it's not just this free-for-all mayhem that I thought it was.
And alcohol, sir.
Exactly.
I got this at the duty free.
No, so having to declare, like, I don't know, engine size, tire circumference, nitrous, the bore of the engine.
Fib on that?
Yeah, apparently if that is a worse offense. Yeah.
Okay.
And so that they will, if they find out. But yeah, you have to declare the car.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. So who knows? So yeah, it's the first or worst.
Do all of their rules rhyme? If you chase, you race. It's first or worst.
I don't know. That's so funny.
Like they're quite Dr. Seussy in there.
All the beat poets.
Gangland street racing.
They're just all failed poetry people. This whole poetry thing doesn't pay, so I'm just going to turn to street racing.
If you drive, it's live.
That's where the real money is.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Huh.
So just, jump the gun stories of like, who knew this?
I bet you we could come up with 10 street racing rules that rhyme.
Let's just try and come up with one or two more.
Okay, so let's say if you stop before the finish line, you brake too early. If you screech, the other reach.
Okay, things that rhyme with reach or break. Fake.
Well, no,
fake.
I had a rhyme there. If you screech, like your tires screech,
Yeah.
you didn't reach. The other reaches.
How about break and fake? Something in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Breakers or fakers. I don't know. These are terrible.
Let's go Lakers.
These are like just not good.
I guess that's why there's no more.
There's just two.
All right.
Maybe that's why there's only two. They were sitting around a table like this.
Yeah.
How about something? What other kind of gas?
Gas. Press on the gas.
If
Don't
you're
do
gonna
it.
Pass. I got
What
nothing.
about something about getting in the other lane, like stay in your own lane?
Stay in your lane or you will bring shame. Kind of close.
Did you say stay in your lane?
How about lame?
Stay in your lane or you might be lame.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane
Or you lame.
or you get the pain.
Or you crazy. You can't say that. We can't even come up with one
No,
good rhyme.
I know.
Shame. There's got to be a shame. Blame. Frame.
Huh.
Same.
I guess they found the two that work.
Tame.
I think you need the rule first. So it's like you can't.
Maybe they just make up stuff based on the rhyme, though.
Yeah. They find the rhyme
They
first.
find the rhyme first. You've got it backwards.
All right. So gas and pass. What's the rule?
Not declaring the right gas type. Like, so you're just using 87 from the pump, not some high octane nitro gas.
Therefore, it doesn't pass.
It doesn't pass.
Okay.
You got the wrong gas, you don't pass.
All right. What's the rule for brake and
You
fake?
got the wrong gas, you don't pass.
What's the rule for brake and fake?
Well, I don't know. At the very end of the race, are you allowed to just, like, do you just keep driving?
Just drive home.
But you didn't brake.
win. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah, but if you didn't brake, then you were fake.
You weren't even in the race in the first place.
You just keep going at the end.
The guy's like, who was I racing? I was a fake. He didn't brake.
He didn't brake. You don't brake, you don't fake. Yo, cuz. Screech, skirt, skirt. I don't know. I got nothing. I'm not a street racing. I'm not up in the community. The community, as they call themselves.
Well, and our idiom today is jump the gun.
Just general idiot ramblings. Today, someone was killed with a starter pistol. Police think it might be race related.
That's a good one.
There you go. It seemed appropriate for the moment.
That's amazing. Well, I feel like my little game of giving you the choices of where the origin story may have come from is a waste of time since you're really hung up on racing. But because you're hung up on racing, I'm going to add that in there as one of the options. So here's your, we don't have to get into origins if we're not ready, but here's your choices to play the game as to what the origin story really is. Does the idiom jump the gun, meaning to start something before you should, come from 1, a wedding ritual, 2, track and field,
Oh, I like that one.
3, military shortcut, 4, none of the above.
I really like, I hadn't thought of track and field, but it makes the most sense to me. I'm going to go with track and field.
Track and field?
Bzzzt.
You're sticking with your starter pistol?
Yeah, I'm gonna
theory?
lock that in. I'm gonna lock that in, Regis.
Should we get into
We should
origins?
probably find that out.
All right, let's dive in.
Guy wants to know.
My baby wants lemons.
Where'd they go?
My baby gets
Where'd they
lemons.
go? No one can know. I turned around and looked behind. Words came from another mind. Origins.
What about using your wipers? There's some sort of rhyme with use your wipers.
You don't wipe her. You don't wipe her.
wiper.
That doesn't sound good. Like referring to your butt. You don't wipe her.
Swiper.
Swipe her, no wiping. What?
Hey, swiper, no wiping. Well, you're right. It's track and field. Good night, everybody.
The end.
Most racers are indeed very careful about making false starts. Mm-hmm. And the origin of the idiom, jump the gun, is early 20th century, not even that old, track and field races. There was a printed example from Crowther and Rule's Rowing and Track Athletics in 1905, which says this: false starts were rarely penalized. The pistol generally followed immediately on the signal, get set. And so shiftless were the starters and officials that beating the pistol was one of the tricks which less sportsmanlike runners constantly practiced. So I think it's still practiced. I think you know, like on your mark, get set, kablam with the starter pistol. And so
I think there is something in drag racing where they're staging the cars. It's a 2-light stage, and so there is 2 beams to cross. You cross, so you're the tree. They call it, I think it's a light tree on the drag race has the 2 green lights and then orange, red. And when you cross over the first beam, you can see on your particular side's car you've crossed first beam, but the race doesn't engage till both cars are through second beam. And so it's kind of like the who's going to stage first. So like you can like get that one guy there, like, okay, he crosses the first one, and you cross the first one. Who's the first guy to cross to get his second green light on? Because then as soon as the second guy, it's like a fixed amount of time before it's go.
interesting.
And so people will, so like you could make a guy wait for like just those few seconds to throw him off, and run their car like right up to the limit, run their car right up to their limiter. So it's like they have to hang there until that second guy crosses the second staging before both the cars can go. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's like a
So you got these 2 streams of light going across, but you never cross the streams.
right. Yeah. If you do, you become a Ghostbuster.
Cross the streams, lose your dreams.
That's a good one. Cross the streams, lose your dreams. I like it.
So I did a little because that's the extent
Oh,
of.
and they said street race really early in the morning.
Really?
Yeah, like
1 in the morning?
Yeah, so crazy, like 4 a.m. kind of thing. The fewest amount of people on the road.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want like less room for catastrophe with yourself or hitting somebody. That would be would be awful.
Well, that brings in the innocent baby. If you hit somebody, like kill the baby, loser maybe.
Loser maybe.
You don't win the race.
Kill the baby, loser maybe. Maybe.
Probably for sure.
Probably for sure.
Oh, that's the first and worst rule already.
Oh, right, yeah. Which one? See, it's
yeah.
already covered.
Yeah.
So what? This thing about, and this is terrible. I'm already feeling I should cut this.
Okay.
It involves death of ladies.
What does?
So it was this business idea with. Okay, see, I told you.
I feel like you're telling this out of order. This cost the death of ladies, so it's a business idea.
Okay, see, I'm gonna get canceled again.
It's the old witch hunts again.
I'm gonna get canceled one more time. It was about harvesting eggs, like from
women.
Yeah. This business was called Cadaviar.
No. I don't know. Where did you hear this?
It's the internet.
That is terrible. Wow.
Yeah.
Cadaviar. I don't even want to repeat that.
I told you I'm pre-censoring. I'm like, I should cut this before it goes.
So the whole
Anyway.
this jumping the gun thing got me interested in starter pistols. I'm like, how did that become a thing? Like, were they just guns originally? Like,
I could see like a flare, maybe.
no, like the first race. It's not like they're like, well, why don't we use that one that shoots blanks? Because why would you have a gun that shoots blanks? Unless
I have a gun that shoots blanks. Dr. Pollock.
I had a cap gun all lined up to have for this episode. I don't even know where it is. And I think
Why would you have that?
I think it's in my daughter's room. But that's what I'm saying. Like, first time they used a pistol to signify the start of a race, it had to
it's
have
loud.
been,
It has a flash.
but it had to have been a real gun.
Just like a musket.
Flash in the pan, the gun doesn't go off.
And
I can't believe
your
we
engines. Start cranking it.
jamming the black powder into the bore. I know the terms now. Anyway, a starter pistol. There's a bit of a history. So the use of a starter pistol in races, the sound of a gun going off, obviously serves as the signal for the athletes or whatever race to begin. But there's an issue with the use of starter pistols, even to this day, is that depending on what place
They're
are,
ineffective for hunting.
no, depending on what place
If you're on a safari and a mountain and the lion's coming for you,
on your mark.
starter pistol's no good.
No, not even the starter pistol, but like the loud sound as a starting point. It takes about 3 milliseconds to travel 1 meter. So the further along the track you are, so if you're in lane 1, you've got several milliseconds ahead of lane 7 ahead of them.
Wow, interesting.
And so there's slight significant
Maybe that's why you use light instead.
the beams.
Well, things that are like light driven, like that kind of street racing at night thing, where they use like flashlight. So the flashlight will be down, flashlight up.
Oh,
Yeah, because it's going at the speed of light.
that's right.
Which is pretty quick.
So this was a legitimate
300,000
issue, and so
meters per second.
to avoid this problem, the pistol in all major competitions, they started wiring with a microphone so that the sound was virtually instantaneous everywhere the speakers were. So, but even more interesting, as far as using a starter pistol in track and field or any race, security levels changed after September 11th. So
Wow.
events didn't like having a starter pistol sound and so they started using completely different signaling devices, even if they had a dummy prop to make the sound. They got rid of the pop
Like
sound.
that big
It's like a beep instead,
pops out
electronic
with like the
sounding
big thing that goes bang, like that flag that comes out of the gun.
like
It comes out of the gun.
unfurls. Bang.
Bang.
Start now. Another interesting thing is American and Canadian football. They used to use starting pistols to end each quarter. And they did that. They first started doing that in 1924 and only stopped doing that in 1994. And the only reason the only reason they used it is there's so many other sounds, whistles and buzzers and whatnot in football that
I think people do that as like a goof you up kind of things, like having your own whistle.
cap gun. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So they had
I heard
a cap,
whistle.
or they had a starter pistol to end each quarter up until 1994, which is pretty recent. Anyway, starter pistol,
There you go.
right?
I guess that works.
Yeah. And last little tidbit: the earliest printed example of the term in use as an idiom comes from the November 1921 issue of the Iowa Homestead, and this is the quote. Give the pigs a good start, jump the gun, so to speak, and get them on a grain ration before weaning time. Ration. grain ration before weaning time. So it has nothing to do with pig races, in case you're wondering. It has to do with pig feeding.
Oh, okay.
But they use give the pigs a good start, jump the gun, so to speak, on their grain rations. So first time in print as an actual idiom. Have you ever gone to the pig races?
Well, at the P&E.
They still use starter pistol.
Sure. And they always have hilarious names like Kevin Bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that always kills me. The something that people sometimes do in like analyzing each other's speech, or you're interjecting something into an argument, is, well, for starters.
Yeah.
Which is funny because there's no it's always just starters. Like it's like, and for the main course of my
Right.
main course of my argument, and for dessert, which I think would be fascinating things.
I'm picturing
as you're working through an argument. Okay, well, for starters, for this. Now, the soup course for my argument.
It'd be great in like
the main
you still preach in church. Mm-hmm. That'd be a great way to do it. So instead of closing, and in closing,
here's the dessert.
For dessert.
Maybe I should try it next time.
So just start like, good morning, everyone. Let's get into today's message. Well, for starters, let's open the.
I want to get you guys started today with a.
Let's open to James chapter 1, and then once you get past the scripture reading and you're relaying a message, you could be like, oh, let's start with a little appetizer here. Let me tell you something.
Little palate
and we
cleanser.
get to the main course of what we're talking about today.
First, you're going to need a little palate cleanser.
And for dessert, let's pray.
Right. Here's some soup for
totally
today.
Works.
That's so funny.
You're going to do it, aren't you?
I wonder how many courses you could get away with before it just became annoying.
That's funny. What are there other names of courses though?
There's got to be. I think you can have an 11-course meal.
Yeah, but I don't think there's titles for each.
I bet you there's titles for each.
Shareables. It's just the different categories in the menu. So you got appetizers, shareables.
I wouldn't be shocked if there was a soup course.
All you can eat.
Today's a buffet. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you pull it off.
Anyway, jump the gun. Hey?
It would be like maybe old time hooligan
soccer
people, like, and for starters, like mobster bisque, some type
mobster mash.
Some type of like stuff that like courses that are relevant to your particular field.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. Start you off with a little mobster bisque. Like if you could just see Al Capone. So for starters today, I have some mobster bisque, and then he just goes into his tirade. Like that would be amazing.
Yeah, there's got to be other ones.
Yeah, this
is where we just. Our eyes look upwards to the left while we daydream about the next funny thing we might say.
So, I don't know if you got a church one.
I don't know.
Pew, organ.
My, I don't know.
Rector. No.
I think you got to think of the food first. Like you had lobster bisque, and then you came up with mobster, right?
Yeah.
So think of a food first.
Well, there's lots of food.
Right.
But I'm trying to think of church words.
I know, but if you get the food first, you'll find the church word. So if I give you, you could go like, instead of halibut, it could be hallelujah or something. It's like, halibut is like, you're almost going to say hallelujah, but you think of something like, but.
Hallelujah. Halibut?
Halibut. All right. Listen.
I got nothing.
Listen. Riddlink is a game we like to play. It takes a two-part trivia-based question, requires a two-part overlapping answer, overlapping by syllable, word, or words. So, for example, last week during our episode 252, our idiom was in hot water. We left you with this. Really hot water does this. Routine car maintenance. Really hot water does this. Routine car maintenance. You got it now? I see you nodding.
I'd pondered it through the week, and I think you're saying boil change.
That's it. That's all it is. It's not boil. It's not oil change, see? It's boil change. Mobster bisque.
Al Capone's favorite. Okay, well, I've got a couple prepared.
I've got a Grey Poupon.
Okay. Now, these are terrible. Okay, so I'm going to go with the harder one.
Oh, no. I did it again.
What?
I got nothing.
Okay, I have two.
Wait, I might be able to get one, but you go first.
Okay, I'll say mine slowly.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. This Olympic triad of leaps made me advance before I was supposed to.
Do that.
This Olympic triad of leaps
Oh, I get it.
made me advance before I was supposed to.
Is that a triple jump the gun?
That's a triple jump the gun.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do this one off the cuff. Here.
Whoa, okay. This is raw.
These 1990s preteen hip hoppers have this song lyric, but they started too early.
Jump, jump, jump the gun.
Close.
Might as well jump the gun.
They wore their pants. They wore their clothes backwards. Similar sounding names.
Jump the gun. Jump.
I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
Crisscross will make you jump the gun.
Okay. Crisscross will make you jump. Very nice.
I'm sorry, that wasn't better.
Okay. Now this one is terrible as well. So, and I had time to think about mine. DJ Snake and Lil Jon's smash hit for this pop brand's Halloween promotion series.
Say it again. What?
DJ Snake and Lil Jon's smash hit for this pop brand's Halloween promotion series.
Oh,
Their Halloween promotion series.
Fanta or what the Fanta. Mm-hmm. But it starts with what? What the what? What the Fanta?
DJ Snake and Lil Jon.
Yeah, I know Lil Jon. I don't know DJ Snake.
This is one song you know. This is the only song.
Crunk Jump the Gun. No, it has to have Fanta in it.
Nope, it doesn't.
It has to have what the Fanta.
Yep.
So it has to end with what?
Yeah.
What? I don't know.
Turn
up for what the Fanta?
Turn down for what?
Turn down.
Turn down for what?
Turn down for what? I remember now. I was thinking it was turn up for what?
I thought you might have a chance because it had some kind of rappiness to it.
I'm disappointed in myself. It was DJ Snake that threw me off. I don't recognize that name at all.
But Lil Jon?
Lil Jon for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Lil Jon. Gotta love Lil Jon.
Oh no!
Lil Jon.
Well, now we've used up all of our things unless you have one.
I got one.
Oh, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Off the cuff again.
Beautiful. Well,
Tell everybody how you can get a hold of us.
welcome to Struggle Session, Village Idiom Children. This final bit.
As in, we shouldn't have even started recording.
We should have thought about this more thoroughly. Reach out to us on Instagram at the.village.idiom or email us thevillageidiompodcast@gmail.com, or whether it's the Facebook, the YouTubes, or the X. When I do that, you just got to jump in with the X.
Oh, I didn't know.
Join
I got
us
an
on
elbow.
the Facebook, the YouTube, or the X at 3 Minutes Gone.
You're so weird. You're sweet, but you're a psycho. Okay, here's mine. I got to make sure I say this correctly.
Okay.
In track and field, when you start early, you wear these 80s superhero-themed garments beneath your clothes. All right, let me say it again.
Good
In
luck.
track and field, when you start early, you wear these 80s superhero-themed garments beneath things.
And that is 3 minutes gone.
Did you- I got it though, right?
Yeah, I think I got it. I'll tell you off air.
I'll tell you off air.
Legitimate children. It was fun putting it together. We
Super
always
fun.
love hearing from you. So happy November 9th. And whatever other November things. Hey, remember Earth Day's coming up. Don't forget.
Let us know if you'd like a What the Fanta.
Yeah, we've got
One left.
one left. I'm skinny.
First one to call in.
I'm skinny.
I'm Jurassic Mark.
And these are the Village Idioms.
Last 3 minutes gone.